Hello, bright souls. Good afternoon. Thank you for spending time with me. I wanted to go ahead and make this video to officially end the 5-day juice feast that I've been on. So, I made some notes because I wanted to go ahead and share a lot of information with you. It's been a wonderful experience, and basically, today is day 4 of the juice feast. Today's Thursday, and I'm ending it. I've done 3 full days of the juice feast instead of 5. And the reason that I'm ending it early is because of my blood sugar. So the way that I've been juicing has elevated my blood sugar and kept it elevated. It's not coming down, and for that reason I want to go ahead and stop it early. Now when I eat fruits, and I've proven this in the past, when I eat fruits my blood sugar actually comes down every day, a little bit every day. So staying on a high fruit diet over time would have the result of hopefully bringing my blood sugar into a normal range. I haven't quite gotten that far yet. The best I did, I think, was 112 was the lowest I got it. And keep in mind, a normal blood sugar should be in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Preferably the 70s and the 80s, but basically anything under 100 is a good reading, for example, for your fasting. And so the lowest, I think it was 112, was the lowest as I was ever able to get it eating fruits. Of course, if you don't eat a high fruit day and you eat chocolate or something like that, then of course it's going to be higher the next day. So the point I'm trying to make is drinking my fruits keeps my blood sugar elevated, and eating my fruits actually brings my blood sugar down. So that's the reason that I've gone ahead and ended my feast early. But it's been a wonderful experience. I want to share with you a lot of what I've learned. So before I talk about what I've learned, let's recap my reasons for doing this. So reason number 1 was that I wanted to kickstart my detox protocol, and this has accomplished that. So I am back to healthy eating. I am back to taking all of my herbs, back to taking all of my medications on a consistent and regular basis. So I've definitely kickstarted that process, that detox process. 2 was I wanted to get rid of cravings. So I think I know I've shared this in other videos, I tend to have a lot of chocolate cravings and a lot of chips cravings. So every day I will either eat chocolate or I will eat chips, like potato chips, Doritos, that sort of thing. And some days I will eat both, just depending on how bad the cravings are. And this is pretty much every day of my life. So I really wanted to break the cravings. I wanted to eliminate them, or at least reduce them, and this has helped me with that. And what I mean by that is the 3 days that I was doing the juice feast, I didn't have any chocolate, I didn't have any chips, which I shouldn't on the juice feast, but I wasn't craving them. So I went 3 days without a craving. Now that's not to say the thought didn't pop into my head, but as soon as it popped in, it left. So it wasn't a craving. It wasn't like, when I say a craving, it's like I get the thought and I try to dismiss it and it doesn't go away. And it stays there, and 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, a half hour later, I'm still wanting that thing, right? And that urge to have it gets stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. That's a craving. That's what I'm calling a craving. And I didn't have that. And day 4, here I am, and I don't have that right now. So I won't say that it's eliminated my cravings. I think that'd be kind of a stretch, but it reduced the cravings while I was on the juice feast. I'll wait for that truck to go by. So it's definitely helped me with my cravings. So that was a success. Let's see. I wanted to get back on track with my healthy eating. So my high fruit days, my fruit meals, and I feel that this has helped me accomplish that. I wanted to get rid of stored toxins. I don't think that this has really helped me with that. I just don't think that I was on it long enough to really get rid of toxins. What I was expecting was a lot of mucus drain or sinus drainage. I was expecting some gnarly bowel movements. You know, I've heard a lot about this mucoid plaque, and so that people have done, and so I was watching. I was hoping for something like that. You know, if there's any nastiness inside of there built up in my colon or whatever, I want to get rid of it. So, but I didn't experience anything like that, and I think it's just because 3 days, you know, that's just not long enough. Probably if I did, you know, like a 30-day fast or something like that, I would see something along those lines. So that was a thumbs down. I didn't release any stored toxins that I'm aware of. And just overall, generally, I wanted to feel better. And I do, and I did. So I definitely would give this a thumbs up, and I would say I was successful. There were some fears that I had going into this. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to make it the full 5 days, and that fear was definitely realized, because here it is, day 4, and I have ended the juice feast. I only completed 3 out of the 5 days. I was also afraid that this would be like too extreme, and the pendulum would swing to the other extreme, and I would end up like going on this like craze, or this, you know, like a binge or something like that when I ended the feast. And that has not happened. I'm calm and I'm happy, and I'm already planning the next feast, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. But I'm already planning that. I'm excited, and I'm feeling good. So that fear was not realized. And the other fear was that I wouldn't see benefits. And I definitely have seen benefits. It's been a mixed bag. So that's, you know, I would overall, I'd say I saw benefits. I didn't see that mucoid plaque and those toxins released like I was, you know, thinking about when I did the research, but I had other benefits, which I'm going to go into when I talk about the lessons learned, which I'm going to talk about now. So I'm happy, I'm calm, I feel good. That's the benefit. I feel good. I'm on track, and I feel good. So lessons learned, I will definitely do a feast again. And when I do, I will actually, this first lesson is I'm keeping the lemon juice. So this kind of all ties together, so kind of bear with me here. So I love the fresh squeezed lemon with water with cayenne pepper. Love it. So I'm going to do that every day. Not just when I'm feasting. I'm going to incorporate that into my daily routine because I just enjoy it so much. I used to do 1 to 2 cups of coffee every day, Monday through Friday, to help me get me through the workday. And what I found from this juice feast is that I don't really need that coffee. As long as I get enough sleep, and even when I don't get enough sleep, like right now, today, Thursday, I had a dentist appointment today, and I have a lot of anxiety, you know, when it comes to going to the dentist. And so last night I didn't get enough sleep. I had trouble falling asleep, and then I would wake up and I couldn't get back to sleep. I probably got, you know, maybe 4 hours sleep, I'm guessing. And so I definitely feel tired. I'm feeling it, but I'm not feeling it as bad as I thought I would. And when I got up this morning, I had my lemon juice. So I'm going to eliminate the coffee from my daily routine. I'm going to replace it with my lemon juice, and I'm going to keep doing that, not just when I'm on a feast, just I'm going to do that every day. I would not do the sweet fruits again, so I love grapes, and I did a lot of grapes. Day 1 and 2 were grapes. Day 3 was blueberries, and the blueberries had water in them, so it was really watered down. And so that blueberry juice, I wouldn't do that again. I didn't enjoy it. I loved the grape juice, but I wouldn't do that again because the hit to my blood sugar is just too hard. So no sweet fruits, I wouldn't juice those again. I learned that first day is really hard. You know, not only with getting hungry, but just feeling tired. I felt really tired, and I just didn't feel good that first day. But day 2 and day 3, I did feel better. So it does get better after the first day. Drinking often. So I was drinking a juice about every 1.5 hours, and I think that really helped me prevent my hunger, and it really helped me stay on track by drinking often. And I found that easy to do during my workday. I actually found it easier to drink all day long during my workday than to sit and have 1 or 2 fruit meals throughout the day. I don't know why, but that just seemed, the drinking seemed easier. You know, like it didn't matter what I was doing. I could just take a minute and pop over to our break room and grab my juice out of the refrigerator and then start sipping on it. I did set up reminders for myself on my phone to go off every 1.5 hours, and that really kept me on track because you're at work and you get busy and you have conversations and meetings and whatnot, and you know, it's easy to forget, and then that tummy starts to rumble and you get really hungry, and that's very dangerous. You don't want to get hungry on the juice feast, because my resolve started to weaken and thoughts started popping in my head whenever I was getting hungry. So drinking often, setting those reminders on the phone so that you stay on track and you don't get too hungry. Definitely plan on more trips to the restroom to do number 1. With all that liquid that you're taking in, you know, you're definitely going to have more trips to the restroom. Now, I don't have meetings all day long. That's not the type of work that I do, but I am in meetings every day. Throughout the day, I'll have meetings, and so it was easy to take my juice with me to the meeting. It actually sometimes encouraged conversation. Oh, what's that you have? And then you start telling people. So it's an educational tool also, but that it was easy to fit into my work day. But you definitely want to, you know, make sure you have time to use the restroom before you go into your next meeting. It does require more prep time in the morning, so it's easy to just pack my fruit lunch in my lunch box the night before and then just grab it in the morning. But I didn't want to juice and then have it sit overnight and most of the day before I drank it, and I don't want to lose the nutrients and things like that. So I wanted to make it fresh every morning and take it with me. So you have to get up earlier, you know, you have to do more prep in the morning. And our mornings can be very stressful and busy if you're, you know, a full-time employee like I am, and you've got family and things like that. So just keep that in mind. It will take more time in the morning. Keep straws at your desk. One day I had to drink out of a coffee straw because I forgot to bring my straw. And I wanted to drink my juices with a straw because I, you know, didn't want, you know, to hurt my teeth. Now this may be different for you, but I would consider like one of those wheeling briefcases or like a backpack or something like that for carrying my juices. I have, you know, my handbag, and then I have my laptop and other work accessories in addition, and then I have my pills and my herbal tinctures, and then I have all of the juice that I was taking with me. And that was a lot. It was very heavy. So where I park, I have to walk from the parking lot, of course, into the building, and then I have to walk up 1 flight of stairs to get to, and then walk to my desk. So it's a fair amount of walking that I have to do, and then up a flight of stairs. The other alternative would be to take the elevator, but that's much farther away, so it would require even more walking. So my situation meant I have to walk. You know, it's not a short walk, and it's a flight of stairs. So to carry all of those, I don't know what that was about, to carry all of those, you know, heavy juice bottles, I found it difficult. So if you have the option to put it on wheels, you might want to do that, and I'm going to look into that for the future. let's see, almost there. Um, so I did lose what I think was 2 pounds in the 3 days. I weighed myself every morning, and this morning, now you know your weight does fluctuate, right? So, you know, half a pound, 2 pounds, there could be a difference, you know, day to day. So that's why I'm saying I think I lost 2 pounds, because when I weighed today, I was 2 pounds heavier than when I started. Now, on Tuesday morning when I weighed, my weight had gone down 2.5 pounds during the day on Monday. But again, there's natural fluctuation in the weight. So based on what the scale told me this morning, I have a 2 pound loss in 3 days. That's pretty good. Things to keep in mind also is you want to eat fruit the day before. You want to prep your pre-feast. Should have a high fruit day, and you should break your feast with fruit. That's important to not have like tummy issues and diarrhea and cramping and just upset tummy. One thing that I noticed is that because I had been drinking liquids for 3 days, when I ate solid food, I really felt it in my tummy. I could feel it, and it was heavier, right? And I also noticed that that first meal was not as big as I would have expected it to be, as I would eat normally. So it was almost as if my stomach had shrunk. You know, it had gotten used to only 3 days, but it had gotten used to not having so much solid food. I don't know if that really makes sense, but that's what I experienced. So I felt fuller with the solid food sooner, fruit, and even this morning, or actually lunchtime, I felt, you know, it felt different than having the liquid, and it was almost as if I got full sooner. Anyway, I'm not sure how to describe that, but definitely I noticed a difference there. Okay, so I don't want the video to be too long, but I told you I'm calm and I'm happy and I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to my next one. So I am planning to do another feast. I don't know when yet. I'm still researching it. But I had such a good experience. There was a lot more pluses and a lot more benefits than negatives to doing this. And I learned a lot. So here's kind of what I'm thinking for the next one. The next one I'm gonna try for a 3-day feast instead of 5, because I know for sure I can make that. Right? So it's not going to be a challenge, but that's okay. I want success. So I'm going to go for a 3-day instead of 5. And I'm not going to do the sweet fruits, but I'm still going to stay with fruits. I'm thinking like the veggie fruits. I'm thinking like cucumbers and bell peppers and tomatoes, those types of fruits that I would blend. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know I don't have a juicer, and I don't know that I really want to invest money in a juicer, because I like the idea of blending the fruit and drinking it and having the fiber in it, because again, I am diabetic, and so having the slower digestion, having that fiber, you know, in there, even though it's been blended up, having some sort of solid mass to it, no matter how small it is, I think is beneficial for me to slow down my digestion and slow down the hit to my blood sugar. So I don't really know that I want a juicer. At this point, who knows, you know, I might change my mind later on. But at this point, I'm thinking I'm going to stay with my blender, and I'm just going to blend up my fruits and drink them. So I'm still going to have my let me do air quotes, solid food vacation, or mini vacation. It's 3 days. So, you know, I still get to have a lot of the benefits of drinking or of juicing the food and taking that break from the solid food, but I'm blending them, you know. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to share. I hope you're having a fantastic day, And I look forward to spending time with you again in the next video, and I hope that you got something out of this. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos or leave comments. I do pay attention to that sort of stuff. You know, my channel is very small, but it is growing, and I cherish each and every one of you, and I thank you for spending time. I know that your time is valuable, and you know, you're taking time out of your day to listen to me and to watch these videos, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you. Have a great day.